Well, hey everybody. It's a little bit different scenery here tonight. Thought I would say hey to y'all, see what was going on with the rest of the world. It's been raining here all day long. Well, kind of a drizzly, dreary day. The sun didn't come up at all or come out at all. Cloudy, but it did get up to 61 today, so that was good anyway. I guess you guys can see I got the tree up. It's still kind of haphazardly done. I don't know if I'll change it out or not, but the grandkids helped. My daughter and granddaughter helped, came up and helped me get the tree out of the attic. And it was heavy because I had everything in there. Hi, Sheila. How are you, hon? Yeah, we got that down, got it set up, got my garland on my stairs. And oh, there's Musgrove family. Hello, hello. And Jovita. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I do too. There's something different for us anyway. Joy said he wanted a little more color this year. So I put these on instead of the off and on lights that we sometimes have. Most of the time they're either white or the red and, green and yellow, whatever. So yeah, we've been rolling around here trying to get some Christmas spirit going, guys. Trying to get some Christmas spirit going. And it is right warm in this house tonight. Of course, I've got this sweater on. But we've been working around here, guys. I've made 4 red velvet cakes so far. Got all of them in the freezer. So I videoed it, guys, not even thinking I'm walking around in my pajama breeches. Had on a t-shirt, but I didn't change my pajama breeches. So I'm probably going to do another one. Of course, I got a couple of more cakes to make anyway, so I'm probably going to do another cake just because my little puppy dog pajamas look kind of silly. Even though it was really cold, guys. Hey, Wheat, how are you, hon? Vita says she's going to be at her cousin's house for Christmas. All right, good for you. You and your cousin hang out quite a bit together, don't you? Her new puppy likes to chew up stuff. Well, I know that feeling. I'm not going to be putting a whole lot of gifts under the tree this year because basically we're giving a lot of little small things. So there may be a few things under there, but most of it will be just decorations that are handmade, things that I've made in the past or in the future that I'll stick under the tree. But anyway, guys, that's what's been going on in the last couple of days here at my house. So I'm so glad you guys have dropped in to visit. We've been, I got my Delta Pro solar generator. And boy, that thing won't run but 2 nights on a battery charge. Of course, I'm putting 200 watts of lights out there in the greenhouse to keep, I covered the greenhouse is already, insulated. And then I put another layer of plastic over my plants. So I've got those lights on the string inside where the plants are to try to keep them from freezing. I didn't try this last year. This is something new I'm going to try this year. So we'll see how it goes. I've ordered the adapter so that I can put solar panels with it because my solar panels have the MC4, whatever it is, connector, and I need the adapter for the little 2-prong thingamajigger, however thing. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. That's good, Habib. That's good. Yeah, guys, we have been rolling around here trying to get a little bit done. Joey's been fiddling with stuff. And got the fan going over there. Can y'all hear me good? It's a little stuffy in here right now. It has really warmed up since this rain's been going all day today, and I didn't have the heat on all day. So I'm surprised the dogs aren't having a fit to get back in here. But yep. Oh, I can't start that crap, can I? But yeah, we've been working around here trying to get things done. You know how you do. My chickens still are not laying, and all I can figure is there's so many roosters that they're keeping the poor little hens worried to death. So I'm going to sneak out either tonight or tomorrow night, one, and move the roosters into a separate pen so that they can't harass the girls. Well, I may leave one rooster with them, but mostly I'm going to put all the roosters in a separate pen so that they can, you know, yeah, those eggs are expensive. They were $6 a dozen at Kroger's this week. I couldn't believe it. Holy cow. And Piggly Wiggly, they were like $5 and $6 a dozen. I managed to get them on the plain old white eggs at Walmart for $3.80. Might as well say $4 a dozen, but still that's expensive because when I sell my eggs, I just sell them for $2 or $2.50 a dozen here. And I've got several people wanting eggs now, especially they wanted duck eggs, but I didn't have any duck eggs this year. And I've had duck eggs before, but I'm not getting any duck eggs either. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Well, we've only got one hen now, one duck hen. Oh, okay. So yours aren't laying either, guys. Get it out in a minute. Yeah, we've been piddling around here trying to get things going, get life set up. You know, it's coming whether we want it to come or not. This cold weather's coming too. And, you know, I thought about that, the change in the temperature plus the time change swapping back. And where I was feeding them at night, I was taking the feed out there and locking them up about between 7:30 and 8:30 at night, just before dark. And now I'm locking them up around 5 in the afternoon, you know, so they're really not having any incentive. They're not getting enough light. So I did get me one of those bar lights and shop lights, and I put it out there, and I've got it set to come on at about 5:40, between 5:30 and 5:40. And so it's coming on. So maybe we will have a little bit more going on here. Ooh, Wednesday, it's going to be 39 degrees in South Texas. Holy cow, you guys will be freezing to death, won't you? I can't even imagine. Woo. Y'all used to them 120-degree temperatures. Y'all will be dying. Yeah, we've been just kind of piddling around here doing stuff. You know how you do. I was going to show you. Look what I got in the mail. You remember the video that I put out where I made these things? Well, doggone if I didn't get this in the mail. From the Lakota Indians, you know, of course, wanting me to make a donation to them. I thought it was so funny. I ran in there and told Joey, I said, look, they stole my idea. I'm sure he got a kick out of that. He's going to cut me some of these in cedar, real thin, and I'm going to do some decorating with them, so we'll have that good cedar smell in here for Christmas. Got a couple of more I got to put out, and I want to do one that streams to put across my mantle over here that says Merry Christmas, you know, or Happy Holidays or something, probably Merry Christmas. But anyway, yeah, we've been rolling around here. Joey's got several things done. You know, he gets up before dawn. He's up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning most of the time. And I don't get up till, you know, 9 o'clock or sometimes after 8:30, 9:30 in Georgia time. So he's up, you know, 4 or 5 hours before me. He goes to bed 4 or 5 hours ahead of me. Usually we rarely go to bed at the same time. You know, we're an old couple and we're on our own routines. I said, when I quit working, I said, I am not setting a clock unless it's an absolute have to. And I've not, unless I just had something that I had to do, guys. Something I had to do. You know how that goes. Yeah, we've been trying to get things done around here. Get everything buttoned up. Got my greenhouse doing pretty doggone good. I do need to get some little, you know, the little, I guess it's like a foam, sticky foam that you put around the doors, you know, in the door frames to kind of seal. I'm going to get some of that here. And next time I get to town, I could have went today, but I just didn't want to get out in the weather. I got a couple of more things I got to do. I ran out of cooking oil and egg. Well, I got 2 eggs left. But anyway, I'm going to have some because I've got to make a couple of more red velvet cakes and some more little pecan pies and some more little desserts. So I'm going to have to at least break down and buy another dozen eggs, guys. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. I only sell mine for like $2 or $2.50, and they're fresh, No, not, they're not have any funky stuff in them and stuff. They're mostly free range eggs anyway. So, yes, thank you. Jovita put my pecan recipe up there. You guys check it out. It's kind of funny. I had the camera situated and I kept going like this, trying to make sure y'all could see me. I said, I don't care. I'm posting that sucker. I had someone from YouTube came and sent me a text wanting to give me some ideas on how to increase my channel viewers by doing better, the little tags and I guess descriptions and all that stuff. And I haven't talked to them, but I think I'm going to send them a message and tell them, can they train me how to use the computer first? Because I can look it up how to do it, but then I don't know how to do that when, I don't know how to use the dang computer. So I have a hard time following the instructions on the thing if it's not one of those monkey see, monkey do, and they show it up close and I can zoom it in or get it up high enough to where I can see and follow their instructions as they do it. I can do it. I'm not very good at this, guys. I'm not very good at it. But anyway, yeah, I've got 1,800 and I think I've got 1,858 subscribers right now, or 57 subscribers, somewhere around there. So I like 140, 140 something. Guys, I would love to get those 140 by the end of the year, but you know how that goes. I want to be scheduling some trips, some YouTube meetups and trips this coming year. And also I'm going to be doing some tiny home tours. I'm going to be doing some tiny home expos. I want to do the one that they have in Vegas, but I don't know if I can get out there right now. They've got one in March that's in California, but I'm not going to go to California. It costs too much to fly from here to California. If you want to go to California, you go to Vegas, rent a car, and drive. You save a whole lot more money. I don't want to do that. It's if you've never lived in San Diego and then that area right there, it is so darn clustered, and the buildings are on the people are it's just confusing to me. It stresses me out, gets my anxiety going, and I'm turned into this mean green-eyed monster. So by the time I got there, I'd have to go to the bar and have a drink and do a Valium. I don't know what I'd have to do, but I'd have to do something to calm down before I could actually go into the thing. I would be so stressed out trying to drive in that. I do not like a lot of 6 and 7 lane traffic and the roads and the signs, you're shooting off everywhere. That's one reason I don't like to drive in Atlanta traffic, because people are crazy. It's an everyday thing. Every time you drive through there, somebody's shooting your bird or cutting you off or something. You have to be really careful. Atlanta traffic is horrible now. And the one time that I went to California, when we went on our trip out west, it was like that. I didn't like it. I wasn't driving in it, but it was stressful enough sitting on the passenger side. I'm the second driver over there. What y'all think about the little candy cane, or the little, I guess, cookies, gingerbread cookies with mine and Joey's face in them? That was at one of the restaurants we go to all the time, at Johnny's Pizza. They had it sitting outside there, so we took a picture. I told him, I said, "Come on, let's get a picture." So one of the kids, our next to the youngest granddaughter, took the picture. Rachel, for us. I thought it turned out real cute. Thank you, Jovita. Yeah, we just kind of tittle-tattled around, guys. We didn't have a whole lot going on this week as far as my videos getting out. I guess what I'm posting is just not that interesting to a lot of people. But, you know, when I can get out there and the weather is better, and with this hurricane coming in, I had planned on going up to Newport, Tennessee to interview the tiny home builders up there. And I didn't get in there. And now with all the bad weather and the snow already coming in up there, and all these people in North Carolina and South Carolina and along that area, I figured that they ain't gonna have time to mess with somebody like me that's not gonna buy anything. I'm just there to make a video, you know. So I'm gonna try to schedule that in the spring, or maybe, you know, early spring, maybe even February if the weather turns out good, or March, early March. And then I am planning on coming back out there. I want to do Jan's little video, the Missouri meetup, or whatever it is. I forget what they call her. She calls hers. I call it Jan's meetup. And I'd love to do the one MT Homestead does too, the Mid-America meetup. But I have one that I've already kind of planned on going to. It's called the Soil Expo, and it is in Savannah, Georgia. So I'm kind of wanting to do that, guys. So I don't know exactly, but a lot of those are all coinciding in the same week or two. So, and a couple of them, like there's a big Texas Expo that's coming up that I'd love to go to, but I don't think I'm gonna make it to it either, because I think it is the same weekend as the Soil Expo. And I'm sure there would be a lot more people at the Texas Expo, but I really want to support my friends that live over that way. And so that's what I'll do. I'll go over there and support them and see what's going on with that crowd out that way. And but heck, it'll be a fun year coming up, guys. And I hope that you guys will hang in there and go with me on a lot of these things. My youngest daughter and her husband are on a 2-week cruise, and they've been gone a week now. I called my oldest grandson. He's 20 years old. He's sitting, I guess, with his younger siblings, 3 younger siblings, and they're in a camper because they had to get out of their house because they got to move back to Ohio. So I asked him, I said, how are y'all faring down there? And he says, oh, it's going good so far. And he said he was outside cooking or grilling or something. So they were about to eat something outside, I guess, on the patio. Of course, it's a lot warmer down there than it is here. And it was not raining down there. So they probably had a real good day today. But he said, everything's going good. He says, it's rough having to get up and haul them all back and forth to every different schools, you know, because they wasn't going to pull them out of the school just for a month or two and put them in another school that was right there where the campground is that they're having to live at right now. So he's hauling them back and forth, you know. And Mom usually does that, but he's having to do it now and make sure they all get their work done and all that stuff. You know how that goes. So that'll be an interesting thing to see how that goes. But Brandy and them posted a bunch of pictures of their trip. So that'll be interesting to see them and talk to them when they get here. They'll be here from about the 20th till the 26th or something like that. And then they'll have to leave out. Ooh, that sounds good, Sheila. Chicken quesadilla. I like chicken quesadillas, girl. Yeah. So we just working around here, trying to get a little bit done, trying to get things organized and going, you know, to get us through this year and get all the folks satisfied. And but it was kind of nice when the daughter and granddaughter came up and helped me get the tree out of that attic, which I got about 4 trees up there, but this is the bigger of the trees that I have in the attic. And so they helped me get those out, and then they helped me put the tree together. Sorry, guys. I haven't been putting this tree up just because it's a bigger tree. Normally I put up a little smaller tree, but this one I figured out everybody's going to be here this year, and it may be the last big Christmas that we have. So with everybody together. So I drug it out and got it decorated up somewhat. I was going through the old decorations, and I have decorations that have the kids' pictures on when they were little, and they are so dang cute. Just to look back, it's weird. You sell them for $2 a dozen and give them to your son. I understand that. I do that too. Exact same thing. And sometimes if I have way too many, I'm just like, here, take these eggs with you when you go home, whether they want them or not. So, and when you start getting a couple of dozen eggs a day, it gets or a dozen or 15 to 18 eggs a day. You got to do something with them. My boy, I've made egg salad, tuna salad, egg custard, whatever you can think of, deviled eggs, stuffed eggs. I've made every kind of egg salad, egg deal that you can think of. I've even blown eggs. Have you ever done any blown eggs? I did those back when I was in school, and I did those. Feed eggs to the dogs. I do. I feed if I drop or crack an egg when I'm bringing it in, that egg goes to the dogs. And I'm kind of rough on mine. So, yeah, half time I won't have anything with me, and I'll just stick them in my sweatpants pocket or shorts pocket or whatever. So by the time I get in the house with them, I've done bumped into something and broke an egg or cracked it a little bit, So I don't take a chance with that egg. It immediately goes into the dog bowl. I don't give mine the egg in the shell, though. Back when we were kids, dogs were bad about eating eggs, stealing eggs, so I don't want that to happen. And so they don't get them in the shell. I go ahead and put them in the pan and break up the egg yellow and give it to them. Sheila says her dogs get an egg almost every morning. They're good for them, really. They're really good for their coat, But yeah, I had a real good time doing that. I made a big pot of soup yesterday, and boy, vegetable soup, boy, was it good. I told Joey, I said, I could eat like this all the time, just plain old food. Hey, there's Tamara, I guess. Hello, how are you? Good to have you pop in, honey. We've been just killing it. Not a whole lot, just trying to get a little bit done and try to hang out together. We spent quite a bit of time together today because of the dreary weather. Probably going to have to end up going to town tomorrow, though. Like I say, I've got to have some more flour, several other things. Oh, Rhonda Dotson. Hello. Thank you. Appreciate that. Rhonda, good to have you in here. Yeah, we've been trying to get a little bit of stuff done around here. Thank you. Appreciate that, Tamara. Yeah, I am hoping that the kids will like those. Some of them do, some of them don't. But I've got a few more of those to make. And like I say, I didn't. Y'all weren't in here, but I made my video not even thinking about what I was doing. Let's see, a big pot of gumbo last Thursday. It was delicious. Gave my son and his family a pot for their dinner. Yes, I love gumbo too, guys, especially when you got all the good stuff in there. Yep. But guys, we let's see, I got my brain got just like cross-wired there. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I did my video, and I was doing the recording while I was making. I had all my ingredients in little containers, and I'd say, okay, you put in a cup and a half of sugar, making my red velvet cake recipe. Well, after I got through and I went to pull it up on my laptop to edit, I realized I had my pajama pants on. So I'm probably going to redo that, and I got another one or two to do, so I'm probably going to redo that one. Just so I won't be walking around the house in my pajama pants on video, But hey, you got to be comfortable. If you're not in your own home and you can't be comfortable, something's wrong. That's how I look at it. Oh, yes, they are. Hello, Mr. Joe. How are you? Yes, hit that thumb. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Joe. You're so sweet. Uh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, but we've been trying to get a little bit done around here, and that kind of stuff. And let's see, what else have we got into this week? This we just do so doggone much, guys, that I don't even think about it. And I'll be out there doing something, and I'll think, well, now I should have brought the camera out and videoed this, but I'm already in the middle of it. Then, trying to learn how to run your new camera. Okay, cool. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. Yes. What kind of camera did you buy, Mr. Joe? I've got to get me another. We changed out the lens in my GoPro. And, they say you can't do that, but there's lots of videos showing you how. Well, I guess I did not screw it down in there quite as much. I was afraid I'd crack something. You know how you do. And it said to snug it down pretty tight to take out the blurriness. So it's not super blurry, but it's not super sharp either. So I was a little disappointed with it. And so I may still use it, things. Or I may try to pop that little cover back off again and see if I can get in there and get that sucker reset. Tweak it just a little bit more so it'll come out real clear. But other than that, the video was really good, other than it just wasn't as sharp as what I thought it ought to be. The lines and, right, it looked kind of cool outside because what was up close, you could see it looked like I was editing all that blurriness in the background in, how people do. Walmart webcam and put it on your desktop computer. Do not have any devices otherwise that will use it. Okay, cool. Good for you. Yeah, I had one of those that I had it snapped on my top of my laptop. Or no, I think at that time I had a regular, a stand computer that you had to set up somewhere. And since then, I've only had laptops. These things don't last very doggone long nowadays. They're so outdated quickly. And the only reason I've had them is to do like FaceTime videos with the kids when they were overseas and stuff like that. Anything about them, Joe? Still on the phone. I understand that, guys. Well, I keep having these copyright issues with my videos. Now, I was under the impression that Filmora's music was copyright free. I mean, that it was, you wouldn't have any copywriting issues with it. So I don't know. That's why I did not put any music in the last couple of videos I've done. I may still do it. I don't know. It's just, I'm not making very much. You don't make but maybe $100 every couple of months if you don't have any more subscribers than what I have, Now that I'm finally monetized, and my friends at Gold Pan and Suntan, Shannon, he called me the other day and was trying to give me some advice on the copyright and all that. And I told him, I said, I don't know. I said that, you have 14 pages of this gibberish to read. And if you're not a Philadelphia lawyer and been to school for 10 years, you don't understand what you're reading. So maybe I missed it, that it all their music is not perfect. So anyway, we still haven't replaced our home computer or purchased a GoPro. We are still in the stone age of YouTube. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. You know what? Some of these videos that you put on your phone are really crisp and, really good. The thing is, I don't know how to edit it from my phone, and I don't know how to send it because I have a Dell. Let's see, is this a Dell? Yeah. No, it's an yeah, it's an HP computer. Okay. It seems that Apple and and Amazon or whoever, Google, are enemies. And so they make it very difficult, or has been for me, I can get my pictures on Google, but then to put to bring my video or my picture from Google, way out there in space, whatever they call that, to bring it in, to put it in a video with my laptop, they've made it so darn complicated that I hadn't figured out how to do that. I asked my son-in-law about it, and he's like a genius, at everything. And he said, well, it's because they don't want you to do that. They want you to buy their equipment. That's why they make it so darn hard. Oh, hey, Peter, how are you? Oh, well, dang, I'm glad you got it up there. Had to restart. Well, I'm glad to see you. Thank you so much, Peter. Mac and Apple don't like for you to try to use an Android device. Okay, I did not know that. I know that Apple does not like these. Apple, I have an Apple phone, whatever, smartphone that I use. And it's not a expensive one. It's one of those iPhone 12, whatever, plus or whatever it is. So it's not these new, they got like 16 or whatever out now. So it's way down the line, but it does really good videos. But if I'm going to put something on it, I just have to video it just like it is, because I can't edit it. And I don't know how to go in, have not figured out how to go in and get the music that they put on that you can use from YouTube, and add it into the music. I don't know how to edit that in there. I've not figured out how to do it, guys. I'm going to have to get somebody out there that knows how to do that stuff to give me some lessons. So hopefully when I come up, up that way there, where there's a lot more people putting out videos and stuff like that, somebody out there that's smart about it can help me out with that stuff. Give me some pointers and that kind of stuff. Because, when you don't know anything about this, they can say, oh, you do this. I don't know what all that stuff is they're talking about. You're exactly right, though, Mr. Joe. I understand that feeling. Well, when I had one of those and it was set up on my screen to be able to do this type of stuff, I did not have a whole lot of issues with it, Mr. Joe. Of course, it was back, boot time years ago. So you just plugged it in into whatever port on your computer, and then you added that device. It would pop up and it'll be a device, and you open that device and, it turned it on. So I don't know if that will help you any or not. Maybe so. I'm sure that you can probably Google it. Google, if you've got a regular phone or a laptop or a tablet that you can look at it with, they'll probably show you exactly how to do it step by step. That's what I generally have to do when I try to do anything with these things. And a lot of times I have to take notes and go through it step by step and say, okay, first, number one, do this. Number two, do this, so that I can finally get it up or get something done. So I could add Filmora to my phone, but then I'd have to edit on my phone. And, it's a fairly big screen on my phone, but dang, it's not a tablet. You know what I'm saying? It's not big enough to do a whole lot of stuff. Plug and play, but I have not read the instructions yet. Okay, so your camera is plug and play. Okay, yeah. Basically, the one that I had that was plug and play like that, you just plugged it into your wherever, your laptop or your computer motherboard or whatever, and then you just pulled it, and there'd be a little thing that'd pop up there at the bottom of your screen, and you click on that, and it would, bring it up, and it would open it, and then you just did like you're doing right now, just sit in front of the thing and talk, or like if you wanted to do a Bible verse or anything you wanted to do, Mr. Joe, it would just come up automatically. And it could be put out. Now, if you wanted to record it while you're doing it, that's a whole different story. But you know, you just have to click record on that too. And like I say, it's all another whole circle around the world. But guys, oh dang. I've got a few more things that I want to do before Christmas as far as things around here. They have got up in, it's just this side of Atlanta, they have got a dinosaur, I guess it's a replica of bones that they found of different dinosaurs, and I would love to go and do that. I think it's at the Fernbank Museum, but I may be wrong. Anyway, I want to do that, and if I do, I will be videoing that, guys, so that I can bring you guys along with me. That would be really fun. I've never been to one of those. I've seen, you know, a few little ones here and there, but not the massive ones that are life-size ones. So I really want to do that while I'm here. And then the Tilly, the glass blower, Tilly is also in Atlanta. But like I say, I hate to drive in Atlanta, but I'd love to go and see that. I did go when they were in Ohio, and it was really nice there. And the weather was really good when we were there. So it wasn't freezing cold, even though it was Christmas time. In Ohio, you would have thought it would have been colder, but it really wasn't that much different from here when I was there. And they lived at that time, they lived in Etna, right outside of Columbus, Ohio. So, you know, everywhere you go, it's a little bit different, guys, everywhere you go. I have a lot of storage for now, but I know I will go through it quickly. Yes, you sure will. That's one thing. I know that they make these things that you can plug in and you can download or upload all of your videos or whatever that you've got, and you can upload them to this little thing you plug in. I don't know what it's called, but it's storage, and it'll store like 128 gigabytes or whatever it is. So it's a lot of storage, and then you can just label those and put them in a pack somewhere. And that way you can delete the stuff off of your computer and you've still got it. That way, when you need it, you can go back and plug it back up. Yeah, thumb drives. Yeah, it's kind of like the thumb drives, I guess is what I'm talking about. I understand that. Gosh, Mr. Joe, it sounds like you know a lot more about this stuff than I do. Yeah, my friend Shannon with Gold Pen and Suntan, he told me, he says, he works in an office, and he says, if I get a chance, I'm going to go in to Fillmore and see if I can research and find out what the problem is with your music that you're putting in the videos, because he knows that I'm not smart enough to do that. I guess I could learn it, guys. And I've thought about going over here to the technical college. Well, it's a college now, and taking some computer classes, but they don't start out with this kind of stuff. They start out with, typing an essay or whatever, that kind of stuff, not actually editing, how to use editing software and that kind of stuff. So that's what I really need help with, guys. And also with it on the YouTube side of it, how to do things like YouTube likes us. So anyway, but you know how that goes. We have been trying to get a few things around here. Got my Christmas wreath out. Did not put my big one up. I don't think I was going to, but I don't think I'm going to drag it out and do it, because I'm going to have to redo the whole doggone thing, guys. And it's going to take a lot to do it. So I'm probably not going to do that. Anyway, I guess I can get off of this computer junk, because y'all probably know as much as I do about it, a whole lot more than I do about it, if you know anything at all. I can get in the car and put in something in the GPS and get there. That's all I can do, guys. I'm just not computer savvy. What can I say? But when I was going through all these decorations, I have little decorations that my kids painted when they were little.
and little ceramic things that I bought, and let them color and paint and all that. And then I have the ones that has the pictures on of them on the grandkids when they were little. And it's just so doggone cute. Let me see. I'll show y'all one. I can reach it. My grandson made me this one long time ago, guys. This was him. Look at his handwriting. I don't know if y'all can see it. Merry Christmas. Love, Luke. I look at it and I think it's so cute. I wouldn't take that little label off of there for nothing in the world because it just means so much to me. So just stuff like this, that you hang on to. Christmas tree is up all year round, just shoved in the corner with oh yeah. But I wish I had a space that I could leave mine up all year. And some people will leave them up, and for every holiday they'll decorate their tree. So anyway, I don't know if I'll ever get around to that, but you know how that goes. Put this decoration down. But just little stuff like that little pom-pom ball that he made. I'm sure he made it in like second grade or something like that, but it's just so doggone cute, and someday I'll look back at it and show it to him or give it to him, when he's grown and got kids of his own. So anyway. Oh, you have lack of storage too, girl. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I've got, I could stock stuff upstairs. We never go up there, but dang it, then you got to go up there and get it, and drag it back down. We never go up there. We usually leave the upstairs closed off. The only time we go up there is when we have a whole pile of company here or something. And maybe some of the older kids spend the night because the little ones just sleep here in the living room. They just stretch out on the cot or sleep in a recliner or sleep on a pallet on the floor. You know how that goes. I did get rid of my sectional, and I'm so glad to get rid of that suckers. Went from Santas and elves to silver and gold, angels and crosses. Yep. That's why I haven't started a channel, because I don't know how to do the computer, honey. Well, I don't either, Sheila. So, you can live and learn. I have learned so much, believe it or not, from when my first video. You'll go back and look at my first one or two that came out. You'll understand why I'm saying I've improved, even though it just wasn't in the cards for me. I just didn't like it. It was too much. Even though I have a fairly big living room. Well, it's it's a 14 by 16. In the normal size house, that's a fairly decent size living room. But all of my rooms are, this old house was originally 2 rooms. This room and the room exactly the opposite side here, that's behind you guys. And there was a fireplace that was built in the very center, and there's actually a fireplace on each side of it. The chimney's built in the middle, and it was walled off. So 2 different people lived in it, because this was like sharecropper or slave quarters. This used to be a big plantation, many way back before my family ever got it, grandparents or whatever ever got it. But and then it was broke down, and land was sold off of it and all that kind of stuff. My grandparents ended up with 160 acres bought. And when my mom and her sister, when my grandparents passed away, my mom got the old house here and the 40 acres, and her sister got 120. Well, then they have since sold that land after she passed away. My mom's sister passed away. And then this property here was sold and transferred several different times. And then I had bought 20 acres of it from my mom. And then the house and right at 9 acres, or a little over 9 acres, 10 acres, something like that, was somewhere else, and it got put up at public auction. So I went and bid on it and got the bid, thank God. So I've got the original property that my mom got from her parents anyway. So, I mean, it's just, we've done improvements over the years. It was just had old asbestos siding on it, and what's the hallway now used to be a porch, a little stoop. And then there was a hallway, a long hallway put in, and then 2 rooms added on each side, and then 2 more rooms added on the side of that. So this house is shaped like this. But I mean, it's history, and the house is super old. It was built in the late 1800s, so it's over 100 years old now. So, or right at 100 years old, maybe over 100 years old. Yeah, I guess it's over 100 years old. But yeah, just it was one of the places where I felt I really enjoyed being and felt safe when I was a kid, because my grandmother and grandpa, my dad, had a lot of respect for them, even though he wasn't the greatest person in the world. And he would, when we were here, I mean, they made us mind, believe me, they made us mind, and they'd bust our little tails, but it was just a good place. I loved being here. My grandmother, the only time she ever got on to me was for rambling. You know how little kids want to get into everything. I was rambling in her little bureau thing one day, and had the little, the chest on each side and the big mirror and all. I was rambling in it, and she got on to me for it. Broke my heart. Speaking of that, when we were little bitty kids, my grandmother had this dog, and his name was Tip. And Tip was a collie. And we would get out there. Now, she had a tetherball pole. I don't know if you guys know what a tetherball is, but it's just a straight pole, and it has a rope tied to the ball, and you stand on each side. One stands on one side, one stands on the other, and you try to knock the ball around, and you try to wrap it. The person that gets it wrapped around the pole wins, in one direction. And so each person's trying to knock it back and forth. Well, her dog would play tetherball with us. And also, there's a lot of different things that little dog did. But we used to go down in the edge of the woods. We were just little squirts, But we'd get down there and start acting like we were crying, and that dog would come and see about us, and he would actually drag us back all the way to the house. We were horrible. We would let him drag us back to the house, and we would probably pull that on the poor little dog about once a week anyway. Hey, Rainy Ridge. I'm assuming this is Tina. Hello. How are you, honey? Oh, Vita says she was petrified. Oh, no, that wasn't petrified, honey. Petrified is when you play dodgeball, and those boys could whiz that thing into you and just about knock you down. That was what terrified me. I just knowed when a couple of them they was going to pick on me because I was a little short, fat kid in the class. Yeah. That's exactly what we did. But other than that, I loved playing volleyball. When I was in school, I loved playing softball. I was really active in sports. My brother and I used to throw knives, see who I could outrun my brother. We were like 17 months apart. So we were like, clones. If he could do it, I thought I could do it. And I'll tell y'all another thing. My brother and my cousin used to tie me up because they didn't want me following them, because I would tag along with them. I was the little sister. And so they'd tie me up, and doggone it, I could get out of them knots and get untied, and they couldn't figure it out. But I was so limber back then. I can't even do nothing now. Dodgeball. I know it, girl. Those boys, some of those boys, some of the girls too, but a lot of those boys could whiz that ball across there, and it just about leave a bruise. You'd have a big old red spot where that ball had hit you because they were whizzing it through there. But yeah, we just it was fun times, got us. Look back now, we did so many things back then that they say, dangerous and all that. I guess the good Lord was looking after us. He felt like we were already in hell, but he was going to take care of us. Loved volleyball and badminton. Yeah, we played badminton a lot too. Yeah. Volleyball was one of my sports that I played even after I was grown and in high school and college. And badminton, what do you call it? Yeah, I don't know. We called it badminton. I don't know. Anyway, but volleyball, yeah, that. And I played softball too. I played a lot of co-ed softball when I was in school. And in my first few years, till I was about 25, I guess, I played a good bit. Hi, cousins at the Rambling Peach, Rainy Ridge. Hello, hello. There is Serena Norrell. I believe I said that right. Good to have you in here, hon. Good to have you in here. Glad to see you. I'm surprised that you're, you must have been in here a while to get all those names out there. Dang, girl. You did good. You did good. Gosh. Yeah, we've been fiddling around here, trying to get a little bit done, trying to get things going. Joey went to bed early tonight, so I said, heck, I'm not going to do this in the kitchen. I'll just come in here in the living room area and do my live. It'd be a lot more comfortable. But as y'all can see, I'm not one to sit still, so I'm wobbling back and forth in this chair like I've got hot pants on. Sitting on a hot tin roof or whatever you call it. I can't sit still. So guys, I'm just surprised that the time is flying by tonight. Yeah, gosh. But are you guys ready for Christmas? Are you going to be eating at your families? Are you going to be having family into your homes? We're not going to do a whole lot here. We're going to, like I say, I'm going to be going to our son and his wife's, their family's house, and everybody's going to go their house. Their house is a real open floor plan house. So it was just a lot easier to do it there than it is here. And I was real proud that they volunteered. There's not a whole lot going on here, guys, when it comes to that. But I'm going to be doing a lot of baking, and I'm going to take some fried okra and some cream corn that I'm going to cook to take for dinner over there. And then I'll take some desserts, because I like a lot of junk food anyhow, the way it is when you start out chunky. Well, we never had no candy when we were little. We just were, we just didn't have the money for candy, guys. And so I guess after I got old enough to buy it, I really went crazy and just haven't lost my sweet tooth yet. And I guess as long as these things hang in there, I'll still have sweet tooth. I'll probably be sucking it down even after I lose all my teeth. Maybe I won't lose them, guys. Does anyone know when and where the very first anesthesia and surgery were performed and who the patient was? I have no clue. Boy, that's something you might could Google, but that's been going on since way back in the 17 and 1800s. They didn't use anesthesia as what it's called now, but they did certain things that would knock people out with different types of chemicals and herbs and even poisons that would knock people out for a while to do surgery on them. Place of operations, the Garden of Eden. Patient was Adam. Surgeon was God. Type of surgery was a rib removal. Well, good for you. I've never thought about that. I guess that is, like I say, it's been going on forever. I knew it'd been going on forever. Oh, gosh. Genesis 2:21. 22. I'll have to check that out. Never thought about that. Well, I remember that concept that women came from the rib of man, blah, 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 and all that stuff. But I guess it just didn't click, that's when it was done. Very interesting. Quite a bit of education there. We were watching some YouTube reruns before this earlier. And the question was, guys, who would your wife say, or what would your wife say she loved more than you? And I said her kids and God. And, God was not even one of the answers. I couldn't believe it because, that was just, you're supposed to put God above all else. So, wow. And, of course, your children, you're going to say, but some women may not. Some people may not, but your children should be up there pretty doggone high the way I look at it. That's exactly right. Thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful. Surprise though. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. But guys, it's about that time. I'm gonna give y'all how much I appreciate y'all. If you have not already, please subscribe. Faith is a cornerstone of my existence. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Oh yeah. If you have not already, hit that like button. It'll help me out a little bit. Appreciate each and every one of y'all that comes in here every Monday night and sits through my ramblings, because that's about what I do. I ramble around a little bit of everything and never get back to the same thing sometimes. But I appreciate all y'all being here. Coming into my life and making my day and my week. And then when y'all watch my videos and leave comments, it makes my day. I enjoy reading the comments. I really do. The comments are hilarious. Some of them are, I've not really had any really bad comments. I've been super lucky so far. But I'm so happy that you guys are all still supporting me. It's because of y'all that I'm able to have this channel and do as well as I've done so far. And it's just exciting. It's a roller coaster, but so far it's been a roller coaster that I've enjoyed doing. So hopefully it will continue. Oh. Yes, go back to the ones that built the product. That's right. That's exactly right. Yep. Yeah, guys. But I appreciate it. Y'all be nice to people. We don't know what they're going to. And this time of the year is the time that we have so many deaths from suicide. There's so many people with mental health issues in this country. And mental health has not been something that needs to be addressed. I think every insurance should have some major mental health things. And, mental health, if you put on there that you've had a nervous breakdown or whatever, you're kind of flagged. The people don't want to hire you. So people have they don't want to admit that they have issues. And we all have issues. How many of you have one person who is a carpenter, a physician, a shepherd, famous person, royalty? I do, and it's the good Lord, guys. I do, Serena. Yep. But guys, y'all hang in there. Be nice to people. We don't know what they're going through. Kind of say nice things to them. If you walk by somebody, say, hey, how's it going? It's not going to hurt you to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Be nice to people, even if younger than you, it really makes people feel good to be appreciated. But guys, it has been such a whirlwind so far. This year has just flown by. It has just flown by since I started this YouTube stuff. So hopefully the next few years will be right in there too. I believe, and yes, I do agree. Jesus Christ is all those things and then some. Exactly right. Exactly right. And thank you for popping in. I'm glad you came by. Sheila, I hope you have a good night. All of y'all, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I couldn't have this channel without you. I'm going to say good night now. We're going to pop out of here and see what else we can get into tonight. So y'all be sweet. stick in there. I got another video coming out probably Thursday or Friday, Saturday, sometime another real soon. Y'all take it easy. I love y'all. We'll see you later. Bye.